Alberta Impact. I'm your host, Bryce Lambert. Many entrepreneurs have been affected by COVID-19, and there is a lot of uncertainty during this time for technology and knowledge-based small to medium-sized businesses. Here to talk about support for such organizations are co-chairs Barbara McKenzie and Zack from the Edmonton Regional Innovation Network. Thank you for joining me, you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Happy to be here.
Great. We're going to get right into it. What is the mission for ERIN? Barbara, maybe you'd like to take the lead on that.
Yeah, so the Edmonton Regional Innovation Network is part of a provincial regional innovation network. So Alberta Innovates funds the regional innovation networks across the province. I believe there's about 7 of us. The Edmonton Regional Innovation Network was around for a long time. It took a hiatus for the last 2 years. And now this grassroots community-based organization made up of innovation service providers, entrepreneurs, government organizations, and communities has really come together with a mission to support innovation startups and entrepreneurs across the Edmonton region.
Awesome. And so ERIN's focuses a lot on entrepreneurs. So how can entrepreneurs be a part of this and benefit from it? Zack, maybe you can speak a little bit to this since you're currently assisting entrepreneurs with your TNT, Startup TNT.
Yeah, I'm Zack. I'm the co-chair of the ERIN with ERIN and also the founder of this weekly happy hour called Startup TNT, Thursday night tradition at Polar Park. Just place for entrepreneurs to get together, have some fun, and make friends every single Thursday. And I've been really happy to work with people like Barbara from the Business Link, who traditionally haven't been involved in the ERIN, people from the University of Alberta. We've got a really big mix of people involved. And we actually have decided to try and involve entrepreneurs directly in the rollout and development of the programming and the funding. So we actually have a call right out now, actually just finished yesterday, for people to join our subcommittees that will be acting as advisory groups to basically oversee the programming and the distribution of the funds and reporting back to the steering committee. And I think I just checked, we had 68 people sign up to join one of those subcommittees, and 24% of them were entrepreneurs. So entrepreneurs are already stepping up to get involved. I'm really excited to see it.
That sounds fantastic. It's good to see the community getting involved. I'm glad. I think you might have just corrected me on something. I've been calling it ERIN, but you said ERIN. I hope I'm correct. I'm now pronouncing it properly now.
Barbara, what is the proper pronunciation? I say ERIN. I think some people say ERIN. I don't know.
I don't know. We need to change that name, don't we?
We need to change the name. That's one of the priorities, I think.
No, I think it's just fine. It's more attention from all of us out there that are trying to pay attention. So on April 1st, a budget of $2.7 million was approved for a period of 2 years, which is absolutely fantastic that that's coming through. How do you plan on investing it back to the business community of Edmonton?
Yeah, so we did a program proposal to Alberta Innovates as part of the entire Edmonton Regional Innovation Network initiative. A great group of people came together for that steering committee. There was 9 of us that represented service providers and entrepreneurs and community initiative, grassroots organizations, and post-secondary. And we went back out to the entrepreneurs and we asked them what their priorities were. What were they looking for? What could we do to support the innovation community, the startup community here in Edmonton? So basically, that proposal centers around 4 key programming initiatives. And those programming initiatives around increasing access to capital for startup entrepreneurs. It's around accelerating their ability to build businesses and creating coaching and mentorship for them. It's around getting entrepreneurs and innovations out of post-secondary and actually creating businesses out of those that lend back to the economy, that we create more business out of that. And then the 4th one is really quite interesting, and everybody identified this issue of there's a lot of service providers out there. Entrepreneurs don't necessarily always know where to go. Can be a very confusing marketplace. So we proposed developing a common portal, and that is more of an Alberta-wide project that will connect with not only Alberta Innovates, but many of the other RINs to find a common entry point for all of the entrepreneurs to find and access programming and services. So that's really where the dollars are going. We're also looking at hiring a program director, which will be a contract position for a couple of years, which will help support the programming, be very community minded and community connected. And then we're also going to put money towards entrepreneurial events and initiatives from the community here in the Edmonton region.
Super awesome. I know with because of the COVID-19, there's been so many initiatives and so much innovation now with a lot of these businesses coming up with new ideas and individuals coming up with new ideas. So you're going to get flooded with a lot of these kinds of individuals and organizations. So lastly, I guess, what are some of the criteria for those looking to get funded? Because I'm sure there's going to be a massive flood of people that are looking at this kind of initiative to get assistance. So what are those criteria to get funded? We'll jump to Zack.
Sure, I'll start this one off for us, but the mandate of the RIN, because again, that funding initially came from Alberta Innovate, so they have some standards that they want us to meet, but it's really about technology-enabled startups, and it's across the spectrum. So some of the funding is for very early stage companies that are just kind of like ideas on paper and they're just trying to get started. And some of the funding is geared towards later stage companies that are still startups, but have figured out their business model, have some good traction now, and are looking to scale and grow rapidly. So we have funding allocations for the spectrum of those businesses. And in terms of which companies are going to be served, well, we don't actually have exactly all that criteria worked out. Partially why we're recruited people to join our subcommittees. We really want to work together with the community to try and make it as level a playing field as possible, so all the entrepreneurs know about these programs, they all have access to them. And that's one of the reasons why I think the common portal, common entry point Barbara mentioned is so important.
It sounds pretty good. I mean, with that common portal, you're going to be able to get a lot of insight from a wide variety of people, and you'll be able to see those commonalities that people are looking for. So I think this is a great start to things, and it looks like a fantastic initiative, especially coming into, well, I guess especially with the current economy that we're in, and trying to get things upstarted, kicked back in. Programs like this are going to be massively needed. So thank you so much for your guys' initiative, and we look forward to hearing more about what you guys are doing. That's all the time we have for today. So again, thank you both for joining me, and thank you to the audience for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our Alberta-based content, and we'll see you all next Thursday.
Thanks, Bryce.
Thanks, Bryce.
What that's called.